subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from LiveLaw.
Hello and welcome to Courts This Week, Episode 21. Time for legal updates of the week that was. The Centre has told the Supreme Court that it has decided to accept and abide by the order passed by the Permanent Council of Arbitration and has sought disposal of pending matters in the Supreme Court in the Enrica Lex C case. The PCA award has held that India is entitled to claim compensation from Italy and that India is precluded from exercising its jurisdiction over the Marines. The Enrica Lex C case pertains to the incident of firing of fishing boat near Kerala shores on February 15, 2012 by two Italian Marines. In the case of the foreigners' blacklisting case for their engagement in alleged Tabligh activities, the Centre told the Supreme Court that the right to grant visa is a sovereign right of the state and that the deportation cannot be claimed as a matter of right. Centre responded to the court's query pertaining to visa cancellation processes towards the foreign nationals raised on June 29, stating that 2,679 foreigners, including 9 OCI holders, have been cancelled so far on a case-to-case basis by the Bureau of Immigration. Highlighting that 99% of habeas corpus petitions filed before Jammu and Kashmir High Court since abrogation of Article 370 are still pending, the Jammu and Kashmir High Court Bar Association Srinagar has written to the Chief Justice of India stating various problems that are being faced by its members ever since abrogation of Article 370 of the Constitution last year in August. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India told the Supreme Court that it is tough to hold CA exams due to the rise in COVID-19 cases. They also saw time till 10 July to assess the situation. In a fresh development on July 4, the ICAI stated that it shall cancel the current cycle of 2020 examinations and hold them in the November 2020 cycle. The Supreme Court on Wednesday rejected the interim bail of Mahender Singh Yadav, co-accused in the 1984 Anti-Sikh riots. The interim bail plea stated that Yadav was COVID-19 positive and that his ailments are bound to get worsened in light of old age. Bench stated that no specific suggestions were put forth in the plea which prayed for interim bail for Yadav on account of being COVID-19 positive and that everything possible was in fact being done in furtherance of treatment of Yadav. The Supreme Court observed that there is no justification to award compensation towards loss of love and affection as a separate head, in addition to awarding compensation for loss of consortium. The bench observed that loss of love and affection is comprehended in loss of consortium, which is a legitimate conventional head. The court was considering appeals filed against a High Court judgment by both the insurance company and the claimant. The claimant's husband in this case had passed away in a motor vehicle accident in 1998. The Supreme Court has held that under Section 7A of the Tamil Nadu General Sales Tax Act 1959, purchase tax is leviable on the purchase turnover of empty bottles purchased by the assessee in the course of its business of manufacture and sale of beer and IMFL. The issue in the judgment was whether purchase tax is leviable on the purchase turnover of empty bottles purchased by the assessee in the course of business of manufacture and sale of beer and Indian-made foreign liquor, and has been discussed in detail. The Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions has reappointed Solicitor General Tushar Mehta for a period of 3 years with effect from 1st July 2020. Attorney General K.K. Venugopal's term has also been extended for a period of 1 year. Additionally, the Appointments Committee has reappointed 5 existing additional Solicitor Generals of India for the Supreme Court for a period of 3 years with effect from 1st July 2020. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet has further appointed senior advocates Balbir Singh, Surya Prakash V. Raju, Rupinder Singh Suri, N. Venkatraman, Jayant K. Sood and Ishwarya Bhati as ASGs at the Supreme Court for a period of 3 years. A public interest litigation has been filed in the Supreme Court seeking to restrain Tamil Nadu Chief Minister E.K. Palaniswamy from holding the portfolio of the state's Ministry of Home Affairs till the completion of investigation and trial in the Santhankulam twin deaths of P. Jayaraj and J. Benix. The plea also seeks directions to the Crime Branch, Central Investigation Department to probe Palaniswamy's role in attempting to screen and safeguard the accused police personnel by misusing his constitutional post. High courts and other courts now. Observing that any form of violence is a product of a sick mind, the Madras High Court on Thursday directed the state government to continue with its police well-being program aimed at robust mental health of the police force in collaboration with NIMHANS, Bengaluru, as per plan for a period of 5 years by allocating necessary funds for it. The bench was hearing its own suo motu case pertaining to the horrific custodial deaths of a father-son duo, Jayaraj and Benix, after being arrested by the Santhankulam police. The Karnataka High Court has expunged the controversial remarks made about the conduct of the woman complainant while granting bail to the accused in a rape case in an order passed on June 22nd. Justice Krishna S. Dikshit, while allowing regular bail, had remarked in the order that it was unbecoming of an Indian woman to claim that she had slept after being ravished. The explanation offered by the complainant that after the perpetration of the act, she was tired and fell asleep is unbecoming of an Indian woman. That is not the way our women react when they are ravished, the court had stated. Bombay High Court directed IT department to refund over rupees 833 crores to Vodafone Idea Limited within 2 weeks without fail. The bench pronounced a 14-page oral order via video conferencing, granting relief after hearing the petitioner, Vodafone Idea, and the Assistant Commissioner as well as the Principal Commissioner of Income Tax along with the Union of India. The Bombay High Court on Tuesday, while granting relief to Republic TV chief Arnab Goswami, observed that we cannot have a Damocles sword hanging over the head of journalists while conducting a public debate. Court suspended proceedings in 2 FIRs filed against Arnab Goswami for allegedly communalizing the coverage of the Palghar mob lynching incident and the incident regarding gathering of migrants outside Bandra Station, Mumbai. The bench observed that prima facie no case was made out against him and ordered that no coercive action should be taken against Goswami. The Delhi High Court allowed Pinjra member Devangana Kalita's plea for headphones during VC meetings with council and access to non-academic books. In her plea, she had argued that currently the prison officials were made privy to her meetings with the council, which is a violation of Rule 627 of the Delhi Prison Rules 2018. Gujarat High Court observed that although POCSO introduced to protect the girl child, legal awareness was needed to simultaneously protect young boys from the label of offender. The bench was dealing with a habeas corpus petition filed by the father of a minor girl who had eloped with a boy who was himself a minor. Bench expressed concern that young boys, who themselves are not major, many a times without realizing the consequences of the act or many a times actuated by frenzy of youth, eventually label themselves as offenders in the matters of POCSO. Is there a place for fickle-minded officers in paramilitary forces? Delhi High Court asked servicemen seeking withdrawal of resignation. A division bench of the High Court further observed that it is prima facie apparent that officers of paramilitary forces cannot be permitted a sabbatical in this fashion. The observation has come in a writ petition moved by an officer of the CRPF challenging the order where his resignation was accepted while also seeking the withdrawal of the said resignation. The Orissa High Court has observed that trafficking of girls is an offence more heinous than drug trafficking, but ironically less stringent. The crime of trafficking girls is dehumanizing as well as utterly shameful to our civilized society, remarked Justice S.K. Panigrahi, while considering a bail plea of a person accused of trafficking girls. The National Investigation Agency filed an affidavit before the Bombay High Court opposing the bail plea of Bhima Koregaon violence accused activist Sudha Bharadwaj, contending that the accused is trying to take undue advantage of the current situation due to the COVID-19 pandemic and seeking bail on medical grounds. The 58-year-old Bharadwaj, who is booked for various offences under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, is currently lodged in Baikula Women's Prison, where an inmate has tested positive for COVID-19. The Calcutta High Court has held that causing cruelty to a wife for dark complexion by her husband and in-laws will attract the offence of cruelty under Section 498A of the Indian Penal Code. Causing cruelty to the deceased victim for her black complexion, even after her marriage by the in-laws, would definitely attract Section 498A and 34 of the IPC against the in-laws, including the accused husband, said the court, while sustaining the conviction of a man for the murder of his wife. Thank you for watching Courts this week, episode 21. See you next week, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for similar updates and videos.
Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from LiveLaw.